Welcome in to NFL Daily by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, we have the latest news and rumors from across the National Football League. We'll be talking about DeAndre Hopkins, Dalvin Cook, and the Buffalo Bills making some big-time moves. We'll go over all of that and more coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, highly encourage you to subscribe to the channels. We're talking about the National Football League each and every day with the latest happenings from across the NFL with daily news and rumor segments. We got live shows during the week as well. And then during the NFL season, we'll be bringing you our Red Zone channel with live coverage of every game as it's happening in real time. If you love the NFL, this is the channel for you. Subscribe for free today. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. You'll be glad you did. Let's start with DeAndre Hopkins. He was released by the Arizona Cardinals just over a week ago. And now we have details emerging on the type of contract that D-Hop is seeking at this point. What exactly is he looking for from the next team that he could go to? Well, here's more from NBC Sports. Two league executives told The Athletic's Tim Graham that Hopkins wants a deal similar to what the Baltimore Ravens gave Odell Beckham Jr., who signed a one-year deal worth $15 million guaranteed with another $3 million in incentives. So with that, it's worth noting that when you look at that contract that OBJ got, if D-Hop is looking for something similar, although it certainly jumped off the page how much money OBJ got coming off a year where he did not play, and there's questions about his long-term health and how available he could be this upcoming year. Of that contract that OBJ got for this upcoming season, despite all that money, close to about $4 million is all that counts against the cap. So if you're looking to sign D-Hop, you may be saying, well, we can't afford it right now. You could structure it potentially the way the Ravens did with OBJ, or maybe that not that much counts against the cap. Now, as far as that $15 million number, there are four teams that could pay that as it stands right now. The Dallas Cowboys, the Detroit Lions, the New York Jets, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Cowboys are the ones in particular that stand out of having that cap space if they just want to take it exactly as is without, deferring money elsewhere as far as that goes. That would be the team that stands out. The Patriots were a team that has been talked about, although there were reports within the last couple of days questioning if D-Hop would be a good culture fit. Obviously, the Bills and the Chiefs have been a big factor in the equation, but D-Hop's expected to take some visits and see ultimately where he could fit. But this contest appears to be wide open without any end in sight anytime soon of where D-Hop ultimately will go. Now, our pinned comment today, let's ask you, where will DeAndre Hopkins sign in NFL free agency? Tell us what you think in the comment section where you ultimately think he will go. Give me one team that will sign DeAndre Hopkins. Tell me what you think in the comment section below and let me know. Now, let's shift gears and talk about Dalvin Cook. A new report released on Dalvin Cook, according to the Miami Herald, says that if he is released from the Minnesota Vikings, the Dolphins are a real possibility to sign Cook. Not a foregone conclusion, but things appear to be headed that direction. Now, according to this report, the Dolphins don't have any interest in a trade, but they appear to be among the favorites should he hit the open market in free agency. More from the Miami Herald's Barry Jackson. I have been led to believe it's not a done deal. Could Cook end up here? Absolutely. It's certainly a real possibility. If he's cut by Minnesota, there would be interest on both sides. But from my understanding, there's not some secret agreement between the parties. We'll get to more on Dalvin Cook and why Miami could be a fit here in just 1 second. Before we do, NFL hats are on sale now. You can get yours today at chatsports.com/NFL hats. You can see I love that Seahawk hat. The Dolphin hat is looking snazzy. The old school Denver Broncos logo with the flat bill. Maybe you're a Falcons fan. Whoever your favorite team is, we have hats for all different shapes and sizes and teams and colors, whatever you're feeling. Father's Day just around the corner. You know Dad needs a new hat. to be supporting his team. What are you waiting for? Get yours today at chatsports.com/NFL hats to get yours now. Wall supplies last. Shipping available in time for Father's Day still at chatsports.com/NFL hats. Get yours now while supplies last. So at the moment, Dalvin Cook is still a member of the Minnesota Vikings. And the Vikings are still seeking a trade for Dalvin Cook. It's kind of like, they're calling out for Bueller in attendance right now. Anybody want to take Dalvin Cook at this point? So far, no takers on Dalvin Cook, which sets up a potential release for Dalvin Cook to see him move on that way. He's owed about $10.4 million this year. Only $2 million of that is guaranteed, though, which make things easier for the Vikings if they ultimately do have to cut him, for the former four-time Pro Bowler who's been there 4 straight years from 2019 to 2022. What I would expect from the Minnesota Vikings is to kind of take their time to evaluate the market as they've done and see if they can get anything. Just anything, even a 6th, 7th round pick, whatever it may be, for somebody to take Dalvin Cook off their hands. I mean, for goodness sakes, this is a guy that rushed for over 1,000 yards still last year, right? They're trying everything they can to see if they can get anything from him. And then, if they don't, then they release him, and he gets the $2 million that's guaranteed, and you move on from there as far as that situation goes. So I could very well see the Vikings dragging this on and just hoping that somebody pays them something to take Dalvin Cook off their hands. But the longer this goes, other teams can just sit back and wait and realize, you know what, we don't have to give up anything because he's going to be a free agent here in no time. We can get him for a cheaper contract and not to have to give up any assets. So I expect this to go on a little longer. Will Dalvin Cook play for the Miami Dolphins this season? What do you think? Tell us in the comments section. Y for yes, in for no. Will Dalvin Cook play for the Dolphins or not? Tell us what you think in the comments section. Y for yes, in for no. The Buffalo Bills made some big-time moves over the weekend. The Bills had high expectations entering 2022 as the favorites to win the Super Bowl. Ultimately, they got knocked out in the divisional round for the 2nd straight year. But now they've extended defensive tackle Ed Oliver, and they also signed Leonard Fournette over the weekend. Let's tell you about the details of both those situations for the Bills. Ed Oliver's extension is 4 years and $68 million. 45 of that is fully guaranteed, and this is on top of the Bills picking up Ed Oliver's 5th-year option last season. There was a lot of speculation that the Bills would try to trade Ed Oliver, that maybe they would let somebody else pay that money and try to get something in return. Ultimately, they're going all in on the former top 10 overall draft pick with the money that they're giving him there. Meanwhile, Leonard Floyd, a 1-year deal, still waiting on some details of what that deal exactly looks like. This late in the ball game, the expectation was wherever Leonard Floyd signed, it would be a 1-year prove-it contract of some sorts to show his worth and then try to get that long-term contract next offseason. I'd expect that to be the case here with the Buffalo Bills, a team that's already stacked. In fact, it reunites Leonard Floyd with Von Miller. Remember, they played together on that Super Bowl champion defense there with the Los Angeles Rams just a few years ago. So there's the familiarity there on a team that's already stacked to add a dynamic player like Leonard Floyd on that front. The odds for the Super Bowl for the Buffalo Bills are at plus 800 right now. That's tied for the 2nd highest of any team in the National Football League in this point. They're tied with the Philadelphia Eagles. The Chiefs still the favorites according to BetUS as of this afternoon, but the Bills appear to be right there behind Kansas City as one of the favorites to win it all. What will the Bills' record be in 2023? Will we see them come out with the AFC Championship title? Is this the year the Bills break through, or will it be another letdown year for the Buffalo Bills? Tell us in the comments section what you believe the Bills' record will be in 2023. Hit me up on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Tyler Jones Live. You can find me there talking about the National Football League, and I'll see you next time right here on NFL Daily.